Hey everyone, my name is Matt Sprenowitz. I'm the Executive Director of Sustain Ed Farms. And today I want to talk to you about hardening off your plants. So if you followed some of our videos, we know we've talked a lot about seed starting and propagating different plants. And it's starting to get warm enough and the risks of freezing at night are getting small enough that we can start thinking about taking some of the seedlings that we have planted and cared for, watered and fertilized out and getting them into our gardens. But one mistake that people make all the time is by taking their seedlings and putting them immediately right into their garden without hardening them off. And so hardening them off basically means you are training your plants and easing them into the process of being outdoors. So it's pretty easy. You take the seedlings that you have started once they are about 6 inches tall, so they feel tall, and you are starting to bring them outside. So usually you want to do this 1 to 2 weeks before you actually want to put them into the ground. We are planning on putting our plants into the ground Memorial Day weekend. Now I know some people have planted a little bit earlier and we have done some seeds earlier, but there is always a risk in Colorado that you get a late May snow or you get some late May hail. And in years past, that late snow or hailstorm has decimated our crop. And so we err on the side of caution and put them in the last week of May or the first week of June. This year has been pretty mild, and so it's okay if you want to take some risks and get your plants out as soon as this week or next week. But what you want to do first is harden your plants off. So over a 7-day period, you want to start your plants by being outside first, on the first day, 1 hour. The second day, you'll bring them outside for 2 hours, and then the third day, 3 hours, and so on, until at a week's point, they will be outside for up to 7 hours in a day. And I think that it's beneficial on a second week to even try to get them up to 24 hours outside in their containers before you take them out, and that includes nights. The reason we do this is plants are used to being, they get used to a certain climate. And inside there is no wind, there's no direct sunlight. It's just your timed lights or a sunny windowsill. And they don't really have to deal with anything else. When they're outside, they have to deal with way, way more. It can get cold at night sometimes. It can be windy. It can be really, really hot. And all of these things are nice to get your plants adjusting to them while they're in their containers and within a controlled system. And so you're easing them into that process 1 hour at a time over a day. So I have been hardening these plants off. They have been out for, at max now, 4 hours during the day. And so today was a 5-hour day. I encourage you over the next week or 2 weeks to take your seedlings outside, have a real system and track that system, and be mindful that they're not getting too much sun. You don't want to burn your plants, but just enough to get acclimated to this. And then next week what we'll do is we'll show you how we take seedlings and put them into ground in a way that is the least stressful for the plants. Thank you for tuning in. We hope the hardening off process helps you have a stronger and healthier garden for this growing season. Tune in to our next video. See you soon.